Hello guys, it's Jared here again, and I'm going to do a review of a new movie that I've watched on Amazon Prime called Hotel Transylvania 4 Transformania. Yes, now, usually when I review a movie that's part of a series, I usually review them in chronological order. But with this one, I wanted to review. I haven't reviewed the first three yet, but I wanted to talk about this one because it's a new release. I've just watched it and really enjoyed it, and just wanted to talk about it. But yeah, I am a really big fan of this series. I will say I think my favourite in the series is the second one. I liked the first one overall, but I find the first one has many moments, many cringeworthy moments of it trying way too hard to be cool, and I think there is definitely a lot of moments in the first one that are very dated, but I think the sequels have a lot less cringeworthy moments in them. I did still mostly enjoy the first one overall. It was a lot of fun, but I just think the first one has many cringeworthy moments where it tries too hard to be cool, and definitely a lot of moments that are dated in it now. So as for this fourth one, so basically the story is Dracula is planning on retiring, and he was going to give the hotel to Mavis and her husband Johnny, but he kind of thinks Johnny wouldn't be right to run the hotel, so he makes up that there's a clause that only a monster is allowed to run the hotel, which he made up. It's not true. So instead, Johnny wants to become a monster. So you have Van Helsing, who was a character introduced in the third film. He's like a head and arms on like a robot thing on wheels, and he is very funny. And basically, he invents something that will turn humans into monsters, and turns Johnny into a monster, and then it later turns Dracula into human, and then the other characters they turn human as well. And basically Johnny and Dracula go to find this thing in the jungle that can turn them back, and eventually the other characters come along too, because like I said, the other characters turn human as well. So what's interesting is that Adam Sandler and Kevin James aren't in this one. I think it's something to do with their Netflix deal or something, because the second one, I think the second one came out around the time they had the Netflix deal, and the third one came out. I think the third one was the first theatrically released movie that Adam Sandler had done since he had the Netflix deal. But I guess now he's not allowed to appear in movies that aren't Netflix. I don't know, maybe that's how it works, I don't know. And apparently Kevin James isn't in it either. Now, the guy who did the voice of Frank in this, I have to be honest, he didn't really sound much like Kevin James to me. But the guy who did Dracula, a guy named Brian Hull, who I guess is like a YouTuber who does impression videos, he voices Dracula in this, and he is brilliant. I mean, it just sounds exactly like Adam Sandler's Dracula. I mean, I kind of wish he was in it, because honestly, Dracula is one of my favourite Adam Sandler roles. But Brian Hull just does a great impression. I think the only time you can really tell it's not Adam Sandler is when he's singing. Yeah, but I still really love the singing bit at the beginning, where Dracula's singing just the two of us about him and Mavis, and then Johnny comes in and he's singing just the three of us. I love these characters, and even with a different voice, he's still very much the same character. So yeah. And I really love seeing all these characters turn into humans. The funny thing is, apparently, Griffin, who's the Invisible Man, apparently he was naked all this time, and they're horrified to see him naked. And I think there's a point where they say were you seriously just naked this entire time? And he says, why else would you only see my glasses? And I love how Frank, even though he sounds nothing like Kevin James in this, I found it very funny how like Frank is really showing off how handsome he looks as a human, and yeah, he he's just so funny. But I just wish he sounded more like Kevin James for me. And I really loved seeing Dracula and Johnny on their journey, and seeing their characters grow. And you know, Dracula, kind of learns to find that maybe Johnny would be good at running the hotel. And another thing, they're trying to stop. They want to get Johnny to turn back human before he turns into like an uncontrollable like evil monster. And that's a good. So the stakes are high because they still want him to be, the nice, friendly monster that he is. So, I will say one problem I kind of had with it was that, like, there is kind of a liar revealed thing towards the end, which I was kind of like, because it's just such an overdone cliche. But for the most part, I just really had a lot of fun with this movie. I'd still say I think the second one is still my favourite, but this movie is still a lot of fun. And all four of them I really, really liked, and that's impressive for four movies that are all good. So yeah, I think if you like the first three, definitely go check this one out. Don't be put off by the fact that Kevin James and Adam Sandler aren't in it. That they are missed, but it's still a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, thanks for watching my review, and bye.